What's up YouTube, this is Collect Pokemon and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the Munch Pokemon set as well as the Van Gogh Pokemon Pikachu promo card. And to really illustrate to you guys how different these two cards are. And the only thing that these cards have in common is that they're both given out at a museum and they are both crossing over with an artist. That's pretty much or dead artist, right? That's pretty much it. There is really nothing much in common about these two cards. Before we get into it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and just don't mind me saying Munch instead of Munch and Van Gogh instead of Van Gogh, right? These sort of stuff. So what is different about these two cards are, well, one is English and one is Japanese, obviously, right? One has a nice white border and the other one has a grayish border. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about those because those are so obvious, right? I'm going to talk about the things such as how long did we know, that people know about it before the release. Okay, so first thing, for the Munch Pokemon set, it was released in September, October time, and people had plenty of time to plan whether they want to go to Japan or not. The original release date of the Pikachu promo was around end of October, if I did not remember wrong. This was like 5 years ago. But then they were delayed because I still remember wanting to go there. I was actually playing Age of Empire with some friends. I'm like, hey, dude, it's cool. It's a cool Pokemon card. Let's all go over there. Pay 1,000 and 1,100 yen. It was like not that expensive to get the cards, and then we'll fly back and we'll have some food, and then you guys can help me get more cards. I still remember that conversation with some of my friends, but in the end I couldn't make it because I was really busy with some I think I was still doing my masters back then, so it was really busy. But so I was only able to go in December, and luckily the release of that Pikachu Munch promo card was delayed until December. So I was actually able to fly there myself, get some cards, get a lot of cards, and to really experience the whole feeling or the environment of what had happened there. Whereas if we look at the Van Gogh Pikachu promo, it's very rushed. I mean, to be very honest, we knew around 10 days in advance that they were doing a crossover, and we only knew like yesterday that they're releasing a card. So there was only like a 1 day lead time. There weren't much of things we could plan, and so that's a major difference. Second difference, how was it like there? Like, how was it like at the museum? Well, at the Japanese Tokyo Metropolitan Art Museum, things were really calm. There were a lot of people, but the lines weren't that long. I was able to line up, buy around 10 tickets every day, and basically I'll hand them one ticket, go in the exhibition, come out, get a card, and then after a while give them another ticket, go in, come out, take a card, and so on and so on and so on. So I was able to get multiple copies of the same card. I mean, people generally went there. There were a lot of Japanese, a lot of local went there just to see the Van Gogh, sorry, not the Van Gogh, the Edward Munch exhibition. And many of them didn't really care about the Pikachu card. I actually had people just handing it because they know I really wanted, so they were really nice. They just handed it to me. So I did pay them the price of the ticket, and I was like, oh, thank you so much. But that's that. That's what happened back then. There were no craze, there were no hype. I mean, there was hype, but people were very well mannered, and I'm pretty sure back then, if I was able to tell that was a good card, other people would have seen it as well. So I don't know what happened there, but I was able to collect a bunch somewhere in Black Labels, so very good for me. Now, the Van Gogh set that is being, the Van Gogh card that is being released right now at the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam, people are crazy about it. You can see people, just rushing to the merch store to really just, take out whatever they can, buy out whatever they can, and just simply flip it on the on eBay. I mean, we're seeing the plushie sells for like what? 120, 150 US dollar, when the original MSRP is like 24 euros, 25 euros. It's crazy. Everyone is just trying to get a hands on anything and flip it online. So yeah, that's something that you have to consider. Second thing that is very different is the release, the amount of cards being released. I mean, back in the Munch Pikachu set, you know, people are seeing it as a set. There's a set of 5 cards: the Mimikyu, the Psyduck, the Eevee, the Rowlet, and the Pikachu. Whereas this is just Pikachu on his own. And I think that that is definitely going to make a much bigger negative impact on the card. You know, the Van Gogh card is nice, don't get me wrong, it's a nice card. It will appreciate, it will do well, but it would always be inferior to the Munch Pokemon set. And to be very honest with you, with this crossover, what I actually do think is the Munch set will actually go up in price. I mean, it's already going up in price, but you know, people are considering Pokemon as art, and these crossover will really get people who are artists or artistic to really consider Pokemon and not to value it for its value, collectability, but for its art. So I think that is something beneficial to the people who are actually holding a lot of the Munch set right now, like myself. So I'm not complaining. But the Van Gogh card on its own is lacking that theming, it's lacking that consistency. So what I really do think is that it will be good to buy either the postcards or other things that give that consistency of seeing all 5 artwork that, you know, the Pokemon company has crossed over, drawing them in a Van Gogh style. So I think that that's something that we should consider. Pre-release prices. Okay, so the card price currently is selling for around $400 US. If Pokemon Center doesn't tell us any more information about, you know, the purchase and everything else of the products, the crossover, whether it's going to be handed out for free, because in the press conference they said that, you know, the promo can be handed out for free if you purchase collaboration products. But if we don't see that announcement, what we're going to see is we're going to see an increase in that $400 price range for that raw cards. I mean, it will shortly hit to 600 and then most likely it will drop back down, because as more people are going there, they will be, you know, giving it out. So that's that. A lot of you guys also ask me, hey, collect Pokemon, you know, it's going to be there, right? It's going to be there until January 2024. Yes, the exhibition will be there until January 2024, but the card won't. I can almost assure you the card will be sold out, given out. It will be all handed out next week. I mean, end of November, if I was to become more conservative. But I can tell you the card will run out. You know, if you book a ticket now, chances are, you know, you will buy a, you know, museum ticket for the 9th of October. And by the time you get there on the 9th of October, it would have been all sold out. Hey, but collect Pokemon, you know, aren't they selling tickets? Shouldn't they know how many people are going? Yeah, they should. But kids can go in for free. So what's going to happen over a weekend? This is the first weekend. People are not prepared. Not a lot of people are flying over. What about the second weekend? Why do you think Friday and Saturday and Sunday's tickets sold out the quickest? Why? How many of people are bringing the family, the kids, that go in for free? You know, if I have 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, we go in for free. A couple of times, we get 5 times, 6 times the amount of cards. And that's simply what's going to happen. I think after the first weekend, you know, they would just announce it's going to be sold out. Okay, so that's something that I would expect. So don't rely on the fact that it's going to be, oh, you know, it's going to be until January. I highly doubt the card will. Oh, collect Pokemon. What about reprint? They're going to reprint it, isn't it? Yeah, if they're going to reprint it, who are they going to give it to? The museum or the Pokemon Center? Or do you think the Pokemon Center will allocate more to the museum and simply not give out any at the Pokemon Center? That's something that you have to consider. There is still a lot of uncertainty with this, but I can tell you that a lot of things have been set in stone. Within the past 24 hours, October 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th tickets to the museum has all been sold out already. And so you can imagine the amount of people around the world are rushing there right now. And so, I mean, if you haven't bought up any museum ticket, I suggest, don't bother even flying over, because chances are, you won't get a ticket, you won't go in, and by the time you go in over a weekend, it will most likely be all gone already. But like I said, we'll have to wait and see. So, what about the long-term trajectory? Collect Pokemon. You're an investor. You are, very good at spotting these. Well, here's the thing. I do think the Van Gogh crossover with Pikachu, the Pikachu promo, will do very well. But for me, I will look to the merch around that, especially things such as postcards and things, because those are the cards, those are the things that you can actually remember the what do you call it? This exhibition, this crossover. That's something that is meaningful for this exhibition, not just the Pikachu promo card, because the Pikachu promo card is just one card, right? So that's what I am going to do. I'm actually going to buy into certain postcards and stuff like that. In the long run, this card will do very well. Given it's an English card, I haven't seen the print quality, but I do assume that PSA 10 is population might be slightly lower than the Japanese counterpart. Yeah. So would I buy it right now for $400 US? No, I would not buy it at that price on eBay right now. Would I buy it if it was 600 or 800, but it's a PSA 10? Maybe I'll buy one or two. So, I mean, here's the thing. If you're buying to scalp, if you're buying to invest at $400, I wouldn't do so. But if you're buying as a collector, you're just buying one or two cards for your collection, I think it's fine. I mean, it's just $400, right? Because chances are this is going to go into $2,000, $3,000 in the next 5-8 years, right? I mean, that's how long it took the Munch Pikachu to go to that price, 5 years or so. When the Munch Pikachu was first released, it was dirt cheap. You could get it for 1.5 times the price of the entrance ticket to the museum. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So you guys might ask me, am I getting any of these Van Gogh promo? Yeah, I am. So I do have some ways that I can actually get some. But yeah, eventually when I do, I will show you guys on this channel. Hope you guys like this video. Hit like, subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace. This is Collect Pokemon. Bye-bye.